Hey guys, so shit's uncertain as hell right now. I think it's easy for everyone to just wake up and kind of wander aimlessly through their day. At least that's something I've been noticing the past couple. So wanted to create this as an anchor point, kind of keystone that we can start our day on, starting to build habits and get some normalcy back in our life and kind of retake control. With that too, I think one thing that people are underestimating grossly is the fact that we're gonna be so much more sedentary right now than what we have been previously. So it's not just about getting your single workout in throughout the day, right? It's finding opportunities to honor your body and to move consistently as we go. So here's just a quick 10-15 minute way that we can start getting things loosened up and getting blood flowing as we start our day. And again, have something tangible to anchor onto as we get going each morning. I'll talk it through as we go. Always reach out with any questions. So first we're gonna work on the cervical spine and our neck, getting as much motion through there as we can. Starting by dragging your chin down to your chest. From there, rotating, spinning the head to the side. Lateral flexion, ear comes behind the shoulder. Extend up and around, smooth, controlled, 1 mile per hour. Ears behind the shoulder, chin to the collarbone. Sweep to center, and back up. So you'll do 2 times one direction, then we'll do 2 times on the other direction. So again, chin to chest. Spin and rotate. Lateral flexion. Extend up and around. Chin reconnects to the collarbone. Sweep to center and up. So through the cervical spine, let's now take it 1 segment lower through our thoracic, so the distance right about in here. We're gonna go ahead and connect the hands, peel them in, round forward. Everything from the belly button down stays stable. Rotate the spine. Lateral flexion, shoulder behind the hip bone. Extend up and around. Shoulder ends behind the hip. Forward flex. Center. And up. So 2 times one direction, 2 times the other. Switch hands, create compression. Forward flex. Rotate. Notice the rest of the body that we're not moving stays still. Lateral flexion. Shoulder behind the hip bone basically. Extend up and around. Shoulder behind the hip. Forward around. Center and lift. And from there, let's go ahead and do a little bit of work on the lumbar spine. Well, excuse me, the entirety of the spine here. Chin to chest, round slowly, drawing the navel in, pull your hands into your legs. Basically fold vertebra by vertebra as best you can, all the way down. Squeezing slowly and smoothly. Hands come flat to the feet or flat to the floor. And then boop, boop, boop. Like you're just going one at a time, one single vertebra. Drag your body back up. Extend and open. And redirect. Excellent. From there, press the palms forward. Center line of the palm is reaching as far as it can around the upper back. Externally rotate, shoulders together, finish through with an extended sternum. From there, can we take it just into the shoulder blades? So arms locked, spine stable, shoulders round forward along the rib cage. Squeeze and bring them back into retraction. Protract, retract. Again, they move around a stable spinal complex. From there, shoulders up and down couple times to move through there. All right, moving into the elbows. Wrist neutral, let's go ahead and pull the palms to your bicep. Spin the palm and spin the forearm away from you, press down. After a couple passes, switch and reverse. So now knuckles to the bicep, knuckles lead down. Again, I'm not just trying to create movement or spin at the wrist. I want to create movement at the forearm as well so the elbow is influenced. Forgot one of the shoulder ones, so let's take it back. Straight arm, sweep across the body. Think about drawing an X on your bicep, and we're going to watch that X rotate and turn. So as we come up, the X points away. When I get up to the top, the X is now pointing at my ear. I first twist my palm, and now that X on my bicep begins to rotate and look down behind my butt pocket as I spin and create movement here at the shoulder. From there, it's back up, around and across. A little bit of squeeze everywhere else so the body stays still. A couple times on the right arm, a couple times on the left arm. Again, the palm's gonna move a lot, so will the elbow, but we're looking for the bicep to be the one that turns so that we know we're influencing directly into the shoulder joint. From there, similar action for the hips. Bracing the body, maybe grabbing onto something so we have a brace position to keep our balance. Stable, squeezed, leg comes across. Knee comes up, knee opens up to the side. Notice my pelvis didn't turn, it's still straight ahead. Heel rotates up, kick back behind you, and return slowly and smoothly the way we came. So again, with or without the brace, heel comes across the midline, knee drives up, slowly spin out to the side. Once it stops moving out to the side, knees in the same place, heel comes up toward the sky, kick and extend back behind you, and return the way you came, staying really strong in the lower abs so we're not jutting our hips out, but staying braced and strong. Again, smooth, 1 mile an hour, 2 to 4 times on the right, 2 to 4 times on the left. From there, grabbing around the back of the hamstring, I want my upper thigh to stay still, and I want things to move from the kneecap down. I'm gonna pull my toes up towards my shin, twist my heel and my toes so that my shin bone begins to turn right and left. And again, with that shin bone turning, I know that I'm now influencing the knee joint. So ankles locked, turn the shin bone out, kick as far as I can, heel and shin bone move in, bring it back. So just like the elbows, spend some time circling one direction, then switch. Again, upper thigh stay still, minimize rotation side to side or turning as you go. Once you've identified the right leg a couple times and the left knee a couple times, we now take it down and switch to the ankles. So we're now looking to point the toes down as far as we can. Slowly drag them up and around into the biggest circle we can manage without the shin rotating right or left like we wanted previously. So now the shin stays straight on and the ankle moves as much as it can underneath. Slow, controlled movements. Make sure you circle both to the right and to the left. From there, taking it into some stretch clearance. One knee's down onto a pillow or some kind of support. One foot comes back, so we create a stretch along the front line of the hip. Once we have a solid based anchor position, start off with lateral reaches, right side and left, allowing the hips to glide and move to the side as you hold this stretch. After a few passes there, palms down, round the spine, hands lift, extend and open up. Right hand comes overhead, left hand reaches under and through. So now we're creating an opening of this entire tissue from the hip to the armpit. After a couple passes there, switch. The direction of reach. Identify it on one side of the hip, then switch. Go to the other side. And if you feel extremely tight here, we don't need to drive into this extended position. Just spend some time breathing. Maybe a little bit of tension creation at the lower portion of the abs and a squeeze in the glute to stretch and open up through the hip complex, especially if we're spending a lot more time sitting down, which we're all stuck at home binging Netflix, so probably. From there, taking one knee down and one leg out to the side, and I'll turn so you guys can see me. We're gonna go palms down to the earth, shoot the hips back to the heel, getting a couple times to rock back and forth here. Maybe it's easier if I switch legs. It's probably a little bit more visible this way. So after rocking back and forth a couple times, twisting the spine into an extended and flex position, back and forth. From there, rock back, hold through. Same side arm as the extended leg reaches under and up for a couple threads. Taking time to breathe. Inhale on the way down. Smooth exhale on the way up. And again, right side and left side are both taken through. Guys, give that a shout. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that gives you something to start your day off with and to start building some consistency back into a routine and into this new way of life right now.